All right, what's going on, everyone? Supreme Kami over here. So it's Thursday night again, and per usual, they're gonna drop us with tons of stuff over here to just kind of cover with you guys all over here. So I guess let's starting off with the new banner that had dropped over here. So this is gonna be a last chance this summer, mega 48-hour long, limited time capsule available. So in terms of what this banner does for us over here, this is going to be, in terms of parts that is going to be featured, or I guess parts that is going to be obtainable. A feature to pick up parts for those capsule, for these capsule were used by top rankers in the 1v1 arena during the July, and all have EX skills. So you talking about, are these the part that I have used for arena? This is, let me take a look at the list over here. uh I mean, no, these are definitely not the part I have used for arena in terms of the EX skill base over here. The only EX skill I used it for my arena base is all standard parts. Just EX skill base, right? Those are all, those warfare parts. No, well, not warfare parts, standard parts. So I don't know why these are on the suggestion. I don't know. Huh. I mean, just look at for the list. You have Tali's three. I'm just gonna act right now. It's gonna be like talking about the overall banner. Is this something to summon on as well? So, because we're talking about the parts right now, so Tali's three has been power crafted, not power craft in terms of what the E skill does. It has been replaced by the Dynamis already, so that's not really something to talk about because Tali's three head is more of like an archer stand, which I think the alteration of the Dynamis head has already covered that because the standard part is going to be a lot more easier to get up to that level 10 portrait while you're looking at, Tali's 3 is the soul cut parts, right? So you're not really going to be able to get that up to like a level 10 easily. So that's out of the window already. Double Quanta Full Saber Head recently did get an alteration. So if I recall, the double Quanta leg, or sorry, head, I think is a, what is it? Let me just actually go to the banner, shall we? Because I don't actually remember all the specific EX skill base, whatever they are. So here we are. This one more additional banner this week. So we'll, after I go over the banner, we'll talk about, all right, what is something good for this week, or is this a week where you can just kind of completely skip summoning, for example? So we'll just kind of talk about that as well. So we were right on here. So the head is the recovery part. So is this something you, let's say you need? I would say no, because I'm pretty sure there are some pretty good versions of, healing parts, But let me see what kind of healing we're looking at. Is it like alpha, gamma, or beta? So this is gonna be a gamma. So this is gonna be a completely squad recovery base over here. So I believe, I don't recall if this one affects you. So I believe gamma does not, right? Is either gamma it doesn't affect yourself, or beta? Either one of those does not. So if you're looking at some option, we definitely have a lot of free to play option or even standard options. So we can just kind of go over to the alteration page because this one does have access to alteration. So that's why we're looking at that. Um, you know what? I can just think about right now immediately. It's gonna be under EXQ. We're gonna be looking at some health recovery, and then we're gonna specifically target the head part as well. So bam, double the XTF right here. So this one, okay, this one is only to yourself, so this one is not gonna work, right? Yeah, okay. So we have the GN Archer over here, Alpha. Okay, not we need. Okay, so I guess not. So the only in terms of some other additional head part you're going to be looking at, it's only going to be this one, which this one is another standard part, or excuse me, a Soka part, which is not going to work. So let me take a look at some. Is it that's it? There's no way that's the only. That's it, right? No, we have this. This one's good as well, right? This one only recover your allies, so yourself. So yourself is not gonna get the benefit of it. So that's not good, right? So I guess there's really not another. Wait a minute. Let me see. Yes, this one right here. So if you look at the force impulse arm, that's a good option right there as well. That is if you want the recovery tool alpha, or no, excuse me, the gamma. But keep in mind this one is on your arm slot compared to the head, so you might kind of argue they're not the same thing. But EXQ is completely the same, so you don't really need to pull for that. For example, right? Just for a quick, reference right there as well. All right, let's move on to the other one as well. Sabanya is good. I believe it does have a like a small tracking to multiple enemy. So I see this one being a solid option for, let's say, 3v3 arena. But I would say in today's meta, that is not really it. I think what I have learned from other people in the the GN Discord server, there's a strategy, because with the after the 3.0 update, you know how we can switch between different players if within your or different ally within your squad. So we have come to a conclusion that using Axo drop in 3v3 is a pretty viable option, So that is that, right? So I think moving forward right now, even with the 3.1 update, there's a major overhaul to the 3v3 specifically. I think Axo drop will still be a pretty good top contender. So this right here will just result you in a pretty low score, I would say. So I mean, it works, right? It definitely works. But I say, if you want a really wide spread, I would definitely suggest, that what is it? What was his name? The heavy arms legs, the endless flow version. That one definitely I say would have a better spread and better tracking wise. Because that one literally splits it, right. Six missile, two on each enemy, so you have three enemies, right? So two missile per enemy. So I think that one is a lot more better. But this one is definitely a good choice as well. But I'm gonna be giving you guys the standard version as well, just for a if I can remember them right. Speaking of this one over here, we have the Ixiatar Meta Arm, right? This is gonna be like a magazine type base. So a quick recommendation I can really give you guys is gonna be the Legatus arm. I believe they do around the same range, with even after alteration. So we can just kind of quickly confirm that here as well. I hope this right here is not gonna take too long. I hope, right? We do have a lot of parts to just kind of go over, I guess. So we can take a look at some arm base and magazine type right here. Bam. We can take a look at where's it at? Legatus, right? Legatus. So we are, yeah, literally exactly the same. So we can just kind of compare that with the where's it at? Where is he at? Right here, Dark Matter. Um, but this one is better. This one is a little bit better. I must say, because this one is not an A minus. This one is actually going to be a. So that's a lot more better, right? So let me kind of confirm that one more time, real quick. Let's see. Okay, arm parts right here. Let's see. So this one, yeah, okay. I'll say the dark matter one is gonna be a lot more better, just because that one is gonna be A plus or B plus. Excuse me. This one is gonna be a B. So I mean, what are the chances of you guys, let's say, even for me personally, I can't even get that dark matter arm to like a level 10. So what are the chances for, let's say, free to play player able to get that up to level 10? I would say probably like a long journey, right? Even pulling the parts itself may be hard, right? So I would say, just coming back to this one is going to be a pretty simple and effective way if you want a arm base magazine type EXU. So, all right, let's jump back into the banner real quick, right? Just kind of dissect a little bit over here. So Nenjo is good because that is more of like a, what is it? It asks on the Neo, what is it? The Neo Zone, whatever that thing is. So that one's good. I'm not sure how viable that is, because that is more of like a longer type of execution in terms of the EXQ. So I'm not sure how viable in terms of in today's meta, of like, all right, 3v3 for example. It's definitely good because it's more of like AoE type, so that's good, I guess. We got the Epion armor over here. I think a lot of people do like this EXQ. I would personally, just looking at based on what I'm looking at, I would say yes, because you are going to be getting some melee attack increases as well and some defensive value. So that's definitely going to be good. How much? 19% is good. I don't think there's going to be any more of a increases in terms of the percentage. I can be wrong, with alteration wise and all that, but this one is definitely a healthy spread already. A minus Pierce and B plus power, or B minus power. So definitely after alteration, I think everything should be bumping up to that plus power. So that's good, right? Definitely good. I'm not sure if we do have any other option besides that, but all right. So up next, we are going to be moving on to some casting EX skill, which I don't think is too suitable within like a 1v1 arena, because if you guys don't know already, in terms of arena based match, you do want to finish up the match with like, I don't know, like with like the first 3 seconds. I think that's probably first 3 to 4 seconds is probably your most ideal time. So using like a full custom EX skill will completely shatter your score. So I'm not sure why they would recommend that. I don't know. That is, maybe this one. I'll give it to that. So this one is gonna be your what is it? Your plasma beam cannon. Up to alteration, it is gonna be pretty sufficient enough to be used in like a arena. I would say this is more of like a beam struggle type of EX skill over here. So it's gonna shoot that really long beam Kirby type. So, but I would say, what is it? What unit is that? The rampage. But I forgot what unit is that. Oh man, what unit is that possesses the rampage EXQ? If you guys do know, the rampage EXQ is a what you gonna call it? It's a awakening type EXQ. So that one comes with a buff. It's a Kirby type. So definitely it's gonna outpower any of what you guys are seeing here. Definitely. So I would not even go for that, to be honest with you guys. This one I don't even know what source it is. Is this even a good EXQ? I don't know. I never used this myself, so I'm not sure if this is even good. This one is good. I would say this one is definitely gonna be good. With some buff effect EXQ, this right here, a 29% melee attack race is definitely gonna be a big big damage output right here. I unfortunately cannot really use that because of my torso being tied down to a lance category melee weapon. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If I am able to use this, this would definitely be a excellent piece of artillery to be using. Right, definitely good. Other than that, rolling buster. Yeah, this one over here. I don't know who uses this in the arena. Maybe I don't know. This is a good one, right? I don't think you can use this in arena, right? I mean, you can, right? But I'm not sure how fast you can take down your enemy with this over here. So I would say no. All right, this one I have encountered this one myself. You see all those 9 barrels right there. This is not an EXQ people use. People use this one on their, I don't know. All right. The question is how do they even set the enemy faces? Because I have seen I've seen people using this in like their arena match, and they do normal attacks. This is so annoying because this thing has 9 barrels, so the range you cover, the hitbox is extremely large, right? So, I got hit so many times trying to evade their attack. I'm like, man, whoever using this was smart. So that's why I guess they're kind of suggesting this one. But yeah, overall, I think the EXQ base is actually good. After alteration wise, this is gonna be one of your long type. This is gonna be basically the same as the freedom backpack, EXQ weight base and all that. But other than that, I don't think any of these are even too suitable in terms of like the workable EXQ wise. So overall, I would say this banner is definitely not something you want to be going for. Just because of the fact these. Like all these part over here does not even have. All right, if you want to talk about stats, I don't think any of these unit has any excellent style. I would say maybe if you're talking about the double quantum full saber head, but all the other one are just kind of like whatever ish. Like they're not top of the line. They're just not gonna be providing you with the stat line to begin with. These are gonna be EXQ based, so what you're gonna have to do, right, in terms of either putting this on your sub slot, which I think is totally fine, but I feel like the stat wise is not there enough. They don't have portrait, so you can't even equip this into like a main build that has the EXQ already. So that's something to just kind of consider about. I think what you're looking at over here is not really like the top tier parts to be looking at, right? We can just kind of look at the steps over here. I guess I want to look at the rate first. But do keep in mind the first step is going to be 100% guaranteed. But I don't know. It's just the part selection over here I don't like. Maybe you guys do like, maybe and something like that. But I just personally don't like what is given here in terms of what is recommended for, like they say, the 1v1 arena. So this banner to me is a completely hot skip for me just personally. But what they have done for this banner solely, they are dropping like the build project part capsule ticket over here. So we can just kind of take a look real quick. I don't think they drop an additional banner for this, right? Yeah, so that, I guess that's the incentive right there. If anyone wants some older type build project units, this is gonna be, where's it at? Let me see. I don't see it yet. I don't know. Where's it at? Huh. I don't see it. let me see. Let me just kind of take a quick look again. That was a build project. I'm not seeing it at all. I don't know. I can't find it here. I don't know what's that. Help me. Where's it at? What? Is it on here? Like, hold up. Maybe it's here. I don't know. I don't see it. No, it's not here either. Like, what? Where's it at? Let me read it one more time. Let me see real quick. I don't know. Like, I'm not seeing it. So it says get ticket for build project part capsule. Is it a capsule? Where's the capsule? Where's it at? If they say a capsule, then where's the banner? I don't. Oh. I'm dumb. It's right here. All right. So these are build project units. So you have a good chance of getting any of these over here. But all right. One problem this banner or this over here is there's no alteration, so you cannot really take advantage of it. Like, they have been returning the build project unit quite often, but they have not actually dropped their alteration for them, which is, I don't know why they're doing that. But I would say there's just too much unit to really kind of go over here. So I would say, gosh, I don't know. All right, I guess the only one that's really good on here is gonna be the Shining Gundam, because a lot of people are taking advantage of Shining Gundam's what is it, the mobile fighter tag, as being one of the more dominating melee war tag. I think all the other one are just kind of like whatever at this point in time, because we have gotten so many options already. So I would say they're all right. This one is good. The extra drop is gonna be good. I guess that's the only other thing I can kind of recommend right here as well. All the other part I would say is kind of replaced it with better up to date parts already. So they are just not as good, right? Yeah, even I would say Sengoku Astray is still viable in some situation, but I would say it's kind of it got completely power crept with like these so many melee type unit coming out. So I would say not the best. Ground Zone backpack is definitely still good to this day, but we do have a free to play option. That is going to be the H1 Titus backpack. It is completely do the same thing, buff effect skill. I feel like the free to play option is definitely going to be a lot more easier to get up to this 22% buff effects. Moving forward, I feel like the new Gundam for the HWS is good to a certain degree. Definitely the word check wise is not anything gonna be of the norm. I would say in terms of like a shooter base. But this one is definitely of a different breed, if I wanted to call that. Backpack right here is good because this one definitely is gonna deflect anything of big long range attack. So that is that. But just me personally, without an alteration to this banner, I would just say like no, definitely not gonna be a good option right here. What we're looking at. So I feel like this week around, this banner is probably not gonna be the best one to summon on. This one is I must say this banner is by far probably the better banner to be summoning on, alongside obviously these two banners. This one specifically, just because of the fact with three of these over here, right? With three of these over here, you will be able to exchange for some upgrade nippers, which I think is definitely good. But with 1350 hardships, I think it's too expensive. Yeah, I would gotta say this is definitely expensive. So that's that, right? We do know that in the second wave we will be getting the Barbados Toros, Perfect Strike Freedom, and then as well as Commando Quanta. So if people like those units better, I will definitely save up for them because they are literally around the corner of being released. So I feel like right now, if you guys don't like any of these units over here, like the GH Arch Gundam, the Lifeline Heavens, is completely fine just to skip it. What I'm recommending is solely based on what kind of freebie you're looking at and what kind of like how good they are, right? Definitely, if you guys don't like any of the unit, there's just no point of summoning, right? Definitely summon for something you guys like. So, let me go back to the actual notice as I cover a little bit of it. I think this video has been a little bit longer than I would have hoped for. But there's just been so many news to really cover. Like, to be honest, there's just so many updates. in terms of like the actual game, like actual gunplay kits, with the whole Gundam, what is it? What is it? Gundam Online Expos and all that. So they have finally released it, the GBM Team Volume 12 newsletter over here. So they are gonna be giving out these stuff as well. That's good. I see some growth hanger tickets up here. That is nice to get. So they have. So earlier on today, I should have dropped a video talking about the Gundam Online Expo, and them talking about in terms of the live panel talking about some new game updates and all that. I would definitely do another covering on this over here with another different type of video. I'll probably push it out on maybe on the weekends because I just kind of cover it. This is more on like the actual on the website, so it's just more of like a textual type. So you guys can definitely check it out yourself first, but I'll definitely come back around, cover it, and just give my thoughts on that, and just talk about some things you guys need to prepare for. So that's pretty much it. They did talk about some new arena updates over here. So this one's gonna be a 3v3, and then on the actual image, they show that it's gonna be the number 80 or 98. So I do expect. What is next week? So next week is gonna be the 29th. So I do expect somewhere within that count the date on the 29th and then a month later, I do expect them to just kind of fully release the 3.1 update. So that's my guesstimation. It can be early or it can be later. So it's just kind of my speculation on that because I don't think they'll put in that number for no reason. So I think that's pretty much it. I think I've covered everything that you need to know for this week on the Thursday night update. So that being said, that will be pretty much it for this video, and then I will catch you guys all on the next one.